What's up, guys? Danny here from the Lacercast, and don't adjust your screens. I shaved my mustache tonight. No, I'm not converting to being Amish. It's just a thing I did. We'll see what happens. My wife and daughter already left, and Charlotte called me a leprechaun already. Not the leprechaun from the Leprechaun series, but a leprechaun. So, who knows? Halloween's coming. Maybe it gives me a costume idea. I am here tonight to talk to you about Chucky Season 1, Episode 3. This show debuted last night. While this show was debuting, Pete and I were recording a review of Halloween's H2O and Resurrection for our Halloween franchise review and ranking. We're actually discussing the timelines. We're not just doing a generic, kind of straightforward Halloween ranking, even though I put one up on my Facebook the other day. I've been rewatching a lot of the Halloween movies. I was really glad watching Halloween H2O the other night that it holds up. I still enjoy it. Resurrection, not so much. But that conversation about those two movies, as well as the timelines of the Halloween franchise, will be up on our channel around Sunday, which is actually Halloween. We have videos up on the channel now about the Rob Zombie Halloween films. We have videos up on the channel. Charlotte and I reviewed Halloween 2. We had a great interview with David Weiner, the director of In Search of Darkness, Part 3. You can jump on that Kickstarter now up until Halloween. And we discussed the 1980s Halloween films with him. He is an 80s horror doc aficionado. So we had to talk about Halloweens 3, 4, and 5 with him. Let's get to the topic at hand. Chucky, episode 3 of this first season. And I have to just come out straight and say it. I freaking love this show, man. This show has done almost no wrong so far. It is exactly what I wanted in a Chucky series. And sorry, I kicked the phone. The way it starts, I mean, you introduce the show and you hear Brad Dourif go, previously on fucking Chucky. It's just like, we're on USA and SYFY here. We're not on HBO or Stars or one of the pay cable networks, but we're just dropping cursing bombs. We are showing bloody kills, and I am here for it. If this is the evolution of cable television right now, with everything going to streaming, if cable companies feel that they need to take it up a notch, I'm all there for it. I'm all there for it. Loving this show so far. This episode was written by Sarah Acosta and Nick Ziegler and directed again by Dermot Downs, who directed episode 2. Everything is under the umbrella of the great Don Mancini. And this episode is interesting because you get to see there's a duality where Chucky is trying to motivate Jake to become a killer. He's encouraging him. He's giving him tips on how to become a killer, and he's telling him, go kill Lexy. Played by Alvia Allen Lind, Lexy is easily becoming one of the most detestable characters on TV. I went on social media last night, and there are fans of this show that are on Twitter and on social media that just absolutely hate her. And that's a testament to the actress, Alvia Allen Lind, who is obviously doing a great job. If your character is to be like that queen bitch that everybody hates, and everybody freaking hates you, you're doing a great job. Pete and I reviewed Midnight Mass on this show, and Samantha, I combined her name, Samantha Slayan, who played Bev Keane on that show. I mean, you're like sitting in your living room enraged at the TV, wanting to kill her. That's just amazing acting right there. It sounds easy to get people to want to hate you by playing like a bitchy character or a really evil character. But sometimes you just kind of roll your eyes at those types of performances. But this young actress is killing it so far. And most of the actors on this show are really doing a great job. Zachary Arthur as Jake. He has so much emotion in his face as he's wrestling with the idea of, do I just give in, all the shit that's gone down in my life. His mother passed away. His abusive father was just electrocuted to death by Chucky. He's bullied in school. He's struggling with his sexuality and his sexual identity. He has a talking killer doll in his life, which is terrible. He has to live with his annoying cousin. The housekeeper was brutally murdered on the last episode. Should he just, all of this stuff coming down on him, should he just say, fuck it, and become a killer? And take out Lexy, who has been annoying him the most? Or should he, fight those urges? Yeah, and Zachary Arthur is doing a really good job conveying that type of emotion. On the other side, this episode shows us a lot of flashback to Chucky as a kid, played by David Colesmith, who, you talk about a really cute little kid who can pull off an evil-looking face. This kid does another great job. We learn throughout this episode that Chucky, while showing signs of being an early psychopath, an intruder entered their home, brutally murdered his father right in front of him. His mother takes him, runs upstairs, they hide in the closet. And when the killer opens the closet door, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, he's going to kill the mom right in front of Chucky. Nope, it turns out little kid Chucky beat him to it and killed his own mom. And the killer, the intruder, bends down and is like, nice job, kid. Just got to cover your tracks. And it's really funny. In my day job, I am a high school teacher. I teach a criminal justice class. And we discussed today, these last few days, the difference between like psychopaths and sociopaths. And it was just really like interesting watching like Chucky, Brad Dourif, like kind of give you the definition of a psychopath. He's like, it's better to just be born this way, but even then you kind of need a little push in the right direction. There is a scene at the end of this episode where it's been building for 3 episodes now of we want to, as an audience, watch Chucky go after Lexy, or we want to see Jake go after Lexy. And there, finally it happens where Chucky springs out. He jumps out and he stabs who he thinks is Lexy, and it turns out to be poor Oliver. Oliver is the boy who was like flirting with Lexy behind Junior's back. Junior's Jake's cousin who is dating Lexy, and it's kind of hinted that she's like cheating on him, junior high school style, with Oliver. Well, Oliver gets stabbed, and Chucky's like, oh shit, wrong person. Well, might as well. And he just jumps on top of Oliver and starts like stabbing away at him and kills him while this house party's going on. First of all, the one issue I have with this episode is everybody at this house party, I guess because they don't want to alert the neighbors that they're making a lot of noise, they're all wearing these huge headphones that they probably got a huge sponsorship deal for. And they must be so good because everybody's so into the music that they turn off, they close their eyes and they're like, and they're just dancing to the beat. And they don't even see or hear a kid getting stabbed like on the staircase above them. And then there's this amazing fire that starts when Chucky finally springs out to attack Lexy. She's smoking a joint. The joint ends up lighting the curtains on fire. The whole upstairs of the house is literally blowing up. And there's these amazing shots of Chucky laughing with the knife in his hand as the fire is raging behind him. The color of like the fire with his big red hair. It's so cool. But like the kids don't smell smoke as there's literally explosions going on behind them. Those are some good headphones. Good sound canceling headphones there. There were a lot of little touches in this. Obviously, Lexy is, we find out in the previews for next week that she's obviously going to get away. And there's an issue of, like, she went to Jake and apologized to him for bullying. And Jake lent her Chucky to give to her sister. And there's almost this idea that maybe there'll be a character switch and she'll end up not being such an awful person. There's this really nice character moment where she sings a very sweet version of Don't Fear the Reaper to her sister who's trying to fall asleep. I don't want to like Lexy. Like, I want, you know, she's a character that's been built up to kind of die, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, Alvia Allen Lind is doing a tremendous job. You know, it's weird being an almost 40-year-old man watching a show about, like, junior high / like high school kids and being like, she needs to die. And then I'm like, should I be saying that? Because now I feel weird about myself. But anyway, I think that shows you that the show is doing what it's supposed to do. Plus, it's child's play. It's Chucky. There's always going to be that air of, like, you know, comedy horror to this. I'm really loving this show. 3 episodes in. I can't wait to see the directions it goes. I can't wait for those returning cast members to come back. I can't wait to see, you know, all the characters that we know from the Chucky universe to come in and slot themselves into this world that's being built. I think I also want to see, like, Devon Sawa, who had the dual role of playing Jake's dad and before Jake's dad got electrocuted, and his Jake's uncle. I want him to do a little bit more. He's kind of just there as, like, a background character, but it's Devon Sawa. You know, he's a horror veteran. I want to see him do more. Lexa Doig is Devon Sawa's wife in the show. She has a horror sci-fi pedigree between Andromeda and Jason X. I want to see her do more on the show other than just kind of, like, be there as a background supporting character. So there is stuff that I cannot wait to see in future episodes. And it just makes me can't wait. I just can't wait till next Tuesday already. And I'm off from work next Tuesday because it's election day. So I can't wait for that. Chucky is on at 10 o'clock on USA and SYFY. It is kicking all sorts of ass so far. Brad Dourif is fantastic as the voice of Chucky, as he has always been since 1988. This is a character that I have loved as a horror fan since I was 6 years old. And like I said, I'm almost 40. So please like this video, subscribe to the Lazarcast. We have so much cool shit coming out for you this month. So many Halloween videos, reviews. Charlotte got involved. Charlotte and I are finishing season 1 of Ash vs. Evil Dead. We're rewatching it on Netflix. I just had a chance to see Dana DiLorenzo at the Brooklyn Horror Con, and she was fantastic as always. And Charlotte is loving Ash vs. Evil Dead. We're going to have a review of season 1 coming up very soon. And stay tuned for more Halloween coverage, and we'll see you very soon on the Lazarcast.